In this session I'm going to show you how to use Adobe Audition to quickly edit sound clips and to reduce background noise. So what we'll do is we'll open a clip, File, Import a file. You can also do this from over here. And I'll just pick up a sound here that I haven't worked on yet. Perhaps this one, it's not very long. And this is a Eurasian coot. I'm going to make sure I'm on single, not multi-track, but single view. And I should be able to open that by double clicking on it. You may not always see this view. If you haven't clicked the little button here, you might just see the overall wave envelope. And it's just repeating as we go. And you'll notice, apart from the chirping sound here, there's a background noise, which is mainly wind noise. So what we're going to try and do is, there's a number of ways you can remove that noise, but I'll show you a couple of tricks. To actually have a look at what's happening with the actual frequencies of sound produced, I'll just unclick for a second. If you see here, this is where the bird's chirping, and you can see squawking sort of birds. Their sound spans a number of frequencies, and the frequencies along the y-axis, from the lowest sounds here, or low tones, up to the high tones. And with screechy sort of sounds, the bird is actually making sounds at a number of frequencies from quite low all the way up to very high, up to 10,000 vibrations a second. More pure sounds like whistles, you might only have one or two frequencies. If you have a look at this carefully, you can see that it's chirping upwards, so it's going chirp, chirp. All this noise that you can see here is background noise, and all of that wind noise or traffic noise is all this low brightness at the bottom here. There's a couple of ways you can quickly clean up the sound, but what we'll first do is we'll just clip it a bit so there's not so much of the file to play with. So now it's actually quite short. What we want to do is get rid of this sound. There's a couple of things we can do to get rid of the background sound. One thing you can do is just select the frequencies you don't want. So if I wanted to get rid of all of this background rumble here, I can just select it and click delete. And then if I click play now, I hear nothing because it's still selected what I've deleted. So I've got to click in here again. And as you can see, a lot of the rumble has been removed, but there's still a lot of noise at all sorts of frequencies here. What I'm going to try and do is actually get rid of that noise, and I'll show you a really cool way to do that. So you click on effects here, and you're looking at noise reduction and noise reduction process. So you open that up and you just move it to one side a bit, and what you want to do is get a noise print. That's a selection of your clip you've got that is noise, not bird sound. You don't want to select the bird sound because otherwise it will try and filter out the bird sound. What you're trying to filter out is all of these frequencies. So you get a bit of a noise print like that. Not too short, not too long. Might even move it over. Not sure what that item there is, but I can always remove that later. And then you click capture noise print. It's telling me to select a larger size, so I will. I have to expand it. See what happens now. Yep, it's happy with that. And now if I click play or sample here, make sure I unclick over here so it's going to play the whole thing. I can see, okay, it's going to remove a lot of those sounds. I can actually play with it a bit. And I'm going to, interestingly, this is not showing me what I thought, but anyway, maybe I need to select, here again, maybe not. Anyway, I'll process it and I'll see what happens. So I'll click apply, and it's only done at the point I've selected, so I'm going to select the whole track here. and I'm going to go back to my effects, noise reduction. I've already selected a clip, so let's just play the whole thing. And click apply. And it hasn't, you can see it's got rid of some but not all, so I'm going to try that again. I'm going to this time select this clip bit here, effects, noise reduction. I'm going to capture the noise print first. It's the other way you can do it. Noise reduction. This time I'm going to select the whole clip. And you can see the red there should be showing what it's going to remove. Let's try again. You can hear a bit of an artifact there, that toilet type of sound, flushing. Which is one of the unfortunate byproducts. Of noise reduction. So you're trying to reduce the noise without changing the quality of the sound you want. So let's just click apply. I'm just doing a rough job here. And you can see there's quite a bit of blurring here of the sound, probably because this bird was on the water. The actual sounds are actually reflecting off the water and coming at a bit of a later stage, which is making it hard for it to delete it. So what I'm going to do is the other thing you can do, which is just click delete for the sound that's not what you want, but it will sound unnatural. If I could click play now, it sounds unnatural because there's no background noise at all. So you don't want to overdo it like I've done here, or it just doesn't have any ambience. You don't feel you're actually there when you're hearing the sample. So what you've got to do is try and balance reducing the noise. This clip is probably a bit short too. I probably should have left it longer so people get a feeling of where they're at and what they're listening to. And pretty much that's how you can reduce noise. There are also other tricks you can do as well, but those ones should get you through.